Hi, welcome to our special video. It's going to be what your relationship is teaching you, and there's some really great juicy cards coming up for you. So let's put them aside and get started on card number one. Card number one, what is your relationship teaching you? Got a real sense of self-authority here, really a strong sense of boundaries. She knows her own boundaries, so you're knowing your own boundaries and knowing what you are willing to accept and not accept in a relationship. So this is a really great card around boundaries. So let's have a look at the orange that's in the flame there. Help you to unpack what this relationship is teaching you. Boundaries. There's two that popped out. What does guilt feel like in your body, and where do you carry it? And what are some of your natural body cycles that you're aware of, and how do you feel about them? So if we're thinking about boundaries and a sense of autonomy around our own body, we're thinking about guilt. You know, don't be guilty about putting your boundaries up. You know, boundaries are really important to put in a relationship. So be careful of feeling guilty or carrying guilt in your body because of your own personal boundaries. And the other one is your natural body cycle. So thinking about in your relationship, being aware of your cycle. So if you know that you get cranky or you need personal space or put up some boundaries, you know, be aware of those things within your relationship and have the courage to be able to communicate that with your partner. So this is a great one. It's teaching us boundaries. And let's have a look at the blue throat chakra. So we've had the sacral chakra and the throat chakra for this one. Remember the first time you shut down your heart. What was the instigating factors, and how did you break down your walls? So again, if we're thinking about boundaries and walls, you know, this relationship's teaching you boundaries and your own sense of autonomy. You know, thinking about your heart and protecting your heart in this situation, but also knowing when your heart can be opened again. You know, when you are feeling this safe space, you're protected, you've got your boundaries that they can be breached. They're not like the swords, which are, you know, really solid. These are wands. They're movable boundaries, but you've made a line in the sand. You've drawn a line in the sand with that. So another card to reflect on for you will be, remember when you shut your heart down, and did you not have boundaries when you shut your heart down for that situation? We might try a white one as well. Oh, there's one upside down in there already. I'll just grab that one. There's two of them upside down in there. All right. How long since you let go and dance freely and wildly? So be careful with your boundaries that you don't make them so strong that you don't shut down your heart so much that you don't let anything in and don't let yourself have fun. This is a great card for our first one about what your relationship is teaching you. That's beautiful. So your relationship's teaching you about boundaries, but, you know, be careful of guilt. Be careful of your own needs, your own personal needs. Be careful not to shut down your heart too much. But remember, these boundaries are fluid. You can change them whenever you feel like you need to. But let go. You know, let go. Find your boundaries and then let go. Beautiful reading for card number one. Well done. Okay, number two. Card number two. What is your relationship teaching you about yourself? There's light here. There is light in this relationship, but you can't see it. There's some there's some grief here that you're working through, and there's a key there, the door's there. All you got to do is walk through this door and your grief can be healed. It's not unfixable. So your relationship is teaching you that there is light. You've just got to walk through the door. You've got everything you need. So obviously yellow is a really solid color in this one. And this is a perfect card. What does it look like and feel like for you to be confident? Your relationship, be confident to walk through that door. Now this might be, I'm not saying this is for everybody, but it might be a domestic situation. If it is, this card is saying you have the key, you have the lock, it is in this light, that door is lit up for you. Please get help if you are in a domestic situation. I'm not able to help you from here, but please get help. But confidence, this character here is not confident. They're grieving. They're making themselves small. So for you might have to, stand up, unfold yourself a bit, and be confident. I'm going to take another yellow one because that is the really predominant color here. And this is the solar plexus chakra. What is the story that you keep telling your others and yourself about your life? Oh, look at this. So this character here has everything she needs, but she's stuck in her own mind. She's stuck in her own headspace. She can't escape from that. So it looks like this card is very much about having the confidence to make some powerful steps in the direction of your dreams and letting go of the story that's keeping her here. Your relationship is teaching you confidence. And all you got to do is step through that door. The key's there, the lock's there. You can do this. And the last one for today is the secret to life is. So that's something to contemplate. Excuse me. So the secret to life is, and there's a secret here. There's a way out. Is trusting your confidence, trusting yourself to move through that space. What is your relationship teaching you? It's teaching you confidence. I hope that was helpful. Please do get help if you are in a domestic situation. Card 3. What is your relationship teaching you about yourself? Your relationship is teaching you to get out of your head and to walk away. There is blood here. There is blood spilt. So your relationship is, there is going to be some blood spilt. Not literal blood, but some maybe emotional blood. But look at this white light that's going to the sky. There's this, once you get out of your head, and that blood might be your own inner blood, your own battles, your own demons that you're facing, because it looks like, they're not letting you be free. And if you move to that, you move into this lightness. So your relationship is teaching you to move into this freedom, and the freedom comes from getting out of your head. We'll start with heart chakra here. This relationship teaching you to get out of your head. How much love and affection do you give? And I think this is about giving yourself love and affection. I don't know that this is about another person. Your relationship is self-love. It's self-love. And it might be that you are hurting yourself. This is what this blood could be, is that you are hurting yourself with these thoughts that you have and the lack of care and love you give to yourself. Let's have a look at that light. Solar plexus. What is the truth to you? Is it ever okay to not tell the truth? And I suppose if we're thinking about the mind stuff here, if we're thinking about, if you have a thought, you need to ask yourself, is it true? You know, if we have a thought that we're not good enough, not worthy, not loved, all of those things, you need to question those things and ask yourself if it's true or not. And is it okay to not tell the truth? Are you telling yourself lies? Are you changing the thoughts in your mind because you're stuck in your mind here? And I think there's another card here. I'm going to go with the red because that's the blood. There it is. In your mind. This is by far the most common card picked in public places. How do you feel about your relationship with your father? And it might be that you didn't get a lot of love and affection from your father. It might be that your father was flexible with the truth. And it might be that a lot of your inner pain is caused by lack of love and affection from your father figure in your life. And that's caused you some pain. Now, please go and see a qualified psychologist if you are finding this stuff brings up emotions for you. There's nothing better than to unpack a lot of this stuff in the safety and security of a psychology room. And these readings are, entertainment, but they are hoping that you will look within and help yourself to heal your inner wounds. I think that's all for this one because there's quite a lot in this emotionally. So how do you feel about your relationship with your father and about the truth and also love and affection? But the key lesson you're learning from your relationship is actually to get out of your head and to heal this. It's quite a big thing to heal your relationship with the father if you're in your life. Okay, thank you, group 3. Group 4, what are you learning about your relationship? What are you learning in your relationship? Oh, well, there's lots to be grateful for. You've got 3 cups there, and just, you're learning gratitude. And there's a heaviness in this. She's sad. She's sad, but she's not seeing the abundance that's there. So what you're learning in your relationship, it looks like it's about gratitude and being lots of things to be grateful for, and looking at the glass half full instead of half empty. So maybe making a list of all the things you're grateful for in your relationship might be a really good way to start. Are you honest with yourself about your life? Are you honest with yourself? Are you looking at the big picture? Are you looking at what's really there? There's fertile soil, there's trees, there's colour, there's someone handing you this basket and you're not being grateful for it. So this card, it looks like there's a bit of self-honesty needed here. We'll look into the heart chakra as well. What is this relationship teaching you about yourself? What does love look and feel like to you, and where in your body do you feel it? Oh, I get this sense that maybe the way that your person is giving you love is not your love language. So it might be that they give gifts, or they like physical touch, and that's not your thing. So look up the love languages when you get a chance and see if you can identify what's your love language and what's theirs and what they like to give. But it looks like you're getting heaps and heaps of love. There's plenty here, but you're not receiving the love. So it might be worthwhile unpacking what you perceive to be love and what the other person perceives to be love. I'm going to go with the throat chakra. This one is write a letter to someone who has hurt you in the past. Be completely honest about how you felt, and you don't need to give it to them. And in fact, it's probably better you don't give the letter to them because they probably won't get it. but you need to unpack the grief because she's got quite a lot of blue on there. So, and she's covering up her throat chakra with her arm as well. So that's an activity for you to do. And to just finish off, I'm going to get a gold one. And this one is the last one for you. How can you love yourself more? Oh, look at this. Honest with yourself. Are you loving yourself? Are you rejecting this love? How can you let yourself be loved more? There's so much in this. So I hope that's been helpful. The goal of this is not for me to tell you, but for you to be able to unpack it yourself. Thanks very much, card 4.